Welcome back to another episode of Two Peas Out the Pod with Johnny and Shay.
What's up, guys?
So it starts with a single knock, a quiet voice through the door. Is Tamara home? That moment changed modern horror forever. In 2008, Liv Tyler turned an ordinary night into one of cinema's purest fears. No monsters, no ghosts, just people. The odds of being attacked by a stranger are small, but the fear of it never leaves us. Because fear isn't about logic, it's about survival. And stick around, guys, for the bonus content. Today, we're going to unpack the secrets behind the strangers' masks and why they make us see more than we're ready for. So stick around. Today, we're going to dive into the Strangers franchise. There's new ones coming next year, so we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. And then we're going to talk a little bit about things we thought maybe they could have done differently, or if, something like this happens to you, maybe you should do differently. And also a little bit on the statistics of the likelihood of something like this happening to you by a stranger, not somebody you know. So
Yeah, I can't wait for that little piece of information that you're going to give up because I myself am around strangers every day at work. Seriously, every day.
So guys, the origins of fear. So how this, we'll call it a franchise now because they're continuing on, started. It was created by Brian Bertino. He was inspired by the Manson Unalives and also childhood break-ins.
I do want to say when I was watching that film, it felt like it's a new rendition of Clockwork Orange. In my opinion, it's a classic 1971 movie. If anybody's a fan, that's what I got the feel of.
Is that the same type of premise?
Well, this one is a dystopia crime film, so it's like a gang of guys that are just doing malicious crimes to
Purge.
random people. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
This is kind of like the Purge, kind of, really.
yeah.
I mean, it's not everyone doing it, but there is,
a certain group, certain outfit of people.
And the whole concept behind this franchise is that this could happen to anyone, right? Because it's random. The style is realism over gore, so you won't see. There's a little bit of knife work in this one, but you're not going to see any like massive gore scenes or anything like that in this one. And then studios were a little hesitant to pick it up. They felt like it was going to be boring or too bleak, and nobody would want to watch it. And it was picked up eventually by Rogue Pictures, and it sparked a wave of psychological horror, which was grounded in reality. So I think this is like a whole different kind of segment than the normal thriller slash horror slash slasher movies, that we've been doing. This is kind of like a separate boutique area, whatever you want to call it.
It's a totally different area, but it's more of a if cycles. Well, we do have a lot of cycles in the world, but
you could say if they walk the earth, but they are walking it. We just don't know if we come across them or not.
Right. And we don't know. Usually it seems, again, going back to the whole Manson unalive, means they travel across and get by with whatever they can. Think that the word I'm looking for are called nomads.
Or hobos.
Or hobos. Remember, guys, she said it, not me. I was trying to go more like nomad, but she went hobo, so give you that
I
one.
think hobos, isn't that term for back in the day when somebody didn't necessarily have a house and they just kind of went from place to place? That's what I think of as it.
Well,
not the modern day homeless person. That's not what
right,
I'm talking
right.
about.
No, no, by all means. But other than that, I mean, I can see the when I was watching it. Yeah, if somebody came knocking at my door, couldn't really see it. Well, yeah, I think in this one you saw her face. I was because we just saw part 2, so
the first time she comes to the door, she says, "Is Tamara home?"
Yeah, Tamara home.
And she doesn't have on a mask, so you don't really know like who the hell the girl is or what she wants.
Right, but I think you saw her face at least a little bit, like a silhouette of her face.
No, she has. Yeah, she shows her face at the beginning.
Oh, in the first.
I mean, it's dark outside, so not really, but yeah.
Right. So yeah, you do see her
because I think
face.
they unscrew the light bulb on the porch, if you noticed. So when they go up there, you can't really see him that well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but yeah, but I wasn't sure because I know in part 2 definitely you don't see her face at all. That's clear as day, but I'm just saying.
I think the light bulb's unscrewed.
Right, and then in part 1, where the one with Liv Tyler, I vaguely remember seeing a girl's face a little
Yeah,
bit, but
just a little
mainly
shadow.
just a little shadow of it. But
Yeah.
I again, if somebody's just like if you live out somewhere out in the woods, very very out in the woods,
Yeah, that's
you
what we're
don't you
gonna
don't
talking
you don't
about.
you don't you don't you don't answer no door. You know you don't unless you know you expecting company. But I
Well,
ain't.
there's
I'm not.
there's 2 there's 2 thoughts of reason behind that. So, firstly, sometimes people are checking house to see if anybody's home, right? So, there's a thought process of that you should let them know you're there so that they don't try to break in. But if they're looking for houses where people are home to break in to mess with you, then it's also bad to let them know you're there also. So, it's
Right.
kinda like,
So
which
it's
way do you go? You know?
I
So,
think the best way is just like we said and well they did it in the previous ones the two Blair Witch movies that we were talking about. Um Keep a camera on the outside of the outer perimeter of the area. I mean, at least
so
if
you
you
don't
know
have to
some
open the door.
so you don't have to open a door or a ring. But I think at that well, it's 2008, so I think they would have had a ring out there at
Yeah,
that
but
time
out
too.
there, I don't know if it would work because you don't have technical
Oh,
internet
because
probably.
what Elon Musk wasn't out around that time?
Yeah. So,
Damn, Elon, where were you at that time, man?
yeah.
Probably doing gangster stuff.
So, guys, the first Strangers was in 2008, and it starred Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and it was filmed in rural South Carolina, which definitely fits where that house and everything looks like it is. Long takes, minimal lighting, slow tension build, and then great sound design. They had silence, wind, creaks, breathing. Creaks as in creaky floors. Liv Tyler avoided the mask actor's offset so that she'd be more scared in the movie. Did you know that?
Sounds like she does a little method acting or probably taking a book out of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Doesn't want anybody don't want to see anybody.
And the scares were not written into the script for this one. They wanted it to be authentic and have the actors actually not really know when they were gonna, like, jump out of a bush or knock on a window or knock on a door or anything. So it was all just kind of like, what do you call that? Where they just do it as they go. Yeah.
I will say
Improv.
I I will say the best man or the friend that was
The
unalive
boyfriend?
the no the unalived
Oh,
friend
the friend that he
that
accidentally
came
well,
by
don't
that
tell him that. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's fine.
it's
We can't tell him the ending, though.
all right, so the friend that was unalive, it's Glenn Horton. He's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He plays Dennis Reynolds on that
Mhm.
show. So that's why when I saw his face, I was like, oh, I remember his face. So yeah.
Mm.
Um, then on top of it, I didn't know that you have the man in the mask, and then you also have the pinup girl, and then the doll face. Obviously, the doll face is the girl with the big, you know, dolly eyes, black eyes, or whatever. And then
Yeah.
pinup girl is the one with the crew shortcut type of haircut and stuff. So at least that's one thing I did find out on my end of about like the meanings, at least a little bit about the mask in a way, because I was like, oh well, I hope these masks mean something because whoever chose these masks, really, these gotta it's gotta mean
Yeah, we're
something.
gonna
So
dive more into that on bonus
yeah,
content
okay,
too.
so cool. But I just wanted to know that that was a cool thing I liked about that. I was like, all right, because what was whose and whose was whose. That's why I was caring more.
Yeah. And then the tagline for the movie, which, they say it, they ask, like, why are you doing this? And they say, because you are home. So, to my point, maybe if they wouldn't have answered the door or they wouldn't have, done anything, maybe the people would have just moved on to the next house. I don't know.
For sure.
So, or maybe they would have waited till they came home or thought
But
they came home.
again, if I was the young woman, had to say that line, obviously they must have cased the joint, obviously.
Yeah.
And then another thing that they must have did, if I was the one that was walking up, had to say the lines, I would have at least felt the vehicle. And if it's you feel the warmth of the vehicle, then that means somebody is home.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a lot of indications, and then on top of it, the lights were on.
Yeah. I mean, there was no way to tell they weren't home. Like, obviously they weren't. I think they were staying at, like, his parents'
Yeah, it's his parents. No,
rental
no,
house
yeah,
or
it's his
something.
parents. Yeah, it's no,
It
it's
was
his
like a
parents.
house that was furnished and everything, but nobody lived there on a regular
Right, it
basis.
was like a summer home,
Yeah. So,
so or a fall or
but I
whatever.
think that's what make the movie really creepy is, because you're the whole time you're kind of looking for a motive, looking for a motive, looking for a motive, and then when they say that, it's like, "Whoa, damn," you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know, at least to me, that kind of is creepy. I don't like that stuff. And then, fear was simplicity and stillness, basically, in this one. There was no, like, real scary, monsters or anything like that. And it was cemented it into, horror and thriller history as a cult classic after the first one. It did pretty well.
Yeah, because I mean, the odds of somebody just coming up on your spot, saying, "Is Tamara home?"
Right.
I mean,
And
this is kind of
especially
like,
when that's, like, where I grew up, like, there was nothing out there, so, I mean, if somebody knocked on our door, it was like if it wasn't somebody you knew, like, first of all, why are they here, especially at nighttime in the middle of nowhere? You know what I mean?
right.
So, that would've been very suspicious.
Yeah, no, by all means. Again,
Yeah,
if you shouldn't be opening the door for anyone.
yeah. Well, even in the city, like, before, Johnny was, here, it was just me, for a couple years, and honestly, there were times people knocked on the door. I don't know who it was. I'm not gonna open the door, I have a Ring camera still, but I'm just like, "No." Like, I just pretend like I'm not here, or don't answer the door or whatever, but you never know, like, what people are up to, especially at night. Yeah, so
yeah,
but for the first one, guys, the budget was 9,000,000, so pretty small budget there, and they made 83,000,000.
money, money, money,
So,
money,
not bad on that one.
money.
And then that took us down to, the second one, which we also watched today. So this one was Strangers Pray at Night. So 10 years later, they decided to make another one, 2018. This one was a different director, like Johnny said, it was Johannes Roberts, who also made 47 Meters Down.
Yes. So for that one, yeah, I did see that particular film. If anybody wanted to didn't know what that's about, it's about two sisters stuck 47 meters underwater in a detached shark cage.
Oh,
They
cool.
have to deal with the sharks while trying to figure out a way to get rescued. So, I mean, it was a great film. It's a 2017 film. I thought he directed it very well for, I mean, for what it was. Again, me, black, no water. Don't not
Jeez.
going out in the ocean, guys.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So for this one, they had a different cast. Liv Tyler, we'll leave it up to you to see if she makes it through the first one, but she was unfortunately not in the second movie. And so the cast was Christina Hendricks, Bailey Madison, and Lewis Pullman were the main characters. And the tone for this one, neon lit slasher vibe, so a little different. And influences, they use Christine, The Fog, and Texas Chainsaw 2 for kind of like their, I guess, horror influences for this one.
Hmm,
Soundtrack,
interesting.
a little more upbeat on this one, 80s pop and, violent contrast for the background music, which I noticed that a little bit more. It was a
Yeah,
little more upbeat on this one.
yeah, I did notice that too.
And then, they had a pool fight and, practical lighting, no CGI, guys. Neither of these movies use CGI. Mixed reviews on this one, but it did become a fan favorite to the first one and also, cemented itself as a cult sequel. Proved the
Yes.
franchise could adapt and survive. I thought it
Yeah.
was pretty good.
I thought it was a great one. Those two were written and directed by the same, well, second one was directed by somebody else, but he was still a producer
Right.
nonetheless on it. Still had his hands on the work. But again, I had to check out the next two.
Yeah, we're gonna check out the series. We haven't seen those yet, but we're gonna talk about them anyway. But do you wanna go to social media hit list? We'll take a quick break for that, and then we'll jump into they call it the reboot trilogy, guys, with new ones coming. While he's pulling that up, guys, just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting the channel. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. We have a lot of new content in the works and a great plan for our weekly lineup. It'll be 4 videos a week going forward. And obviously, after October's over, we're going to start going back to our normal cycle. So,
Yeah.
guys, today, a couple of ones just to kind of, make you laugh a little bit here. uh, So the first one, this couple arrived for divorce court in matching outfits. Maybe it's their, I don't know, maybe it's their heritage. I'm not sure. But the judge basically told them to go home and come back when they're serious about getting
Yeah, man. I
divorced.
mean, geez, I come in matching outfits, dog.
Like
Jeez.
if you're wearing that to divorce court, maybe you should just stay together. That's all
Nah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's pretty much what the judge was thinking. Hell no.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny though. And this one's for you, babe, since you're a big John Candy fan, and we did the video recently on him, guys. So
Yes,
check
yes, we
that out.
did.
But yeah, so Spaceballs 2, his son is gonna play the character.
There you go.
So
That's what
that
I'm
one's in
talking
the
about.
works, and they're gonna roll it out here
He's gonna play as
shortly.
Barf.
And that's him. When his dad
That's
filmed
him.
it, that's
Yeah.
actually him on his dad's lap because he was on the set a lot for the first one. So it's kind of like a tribute to his dad, but also it's kind of like the first film.
That's what's up,
And
man.
he's
I'm getting.
also in film
I got a little
industry too.
goosebumps. Got a little goosebumps for that one.
Yeah, pretty cool. So I thought you would like that one.
Damn, October 21st.
Yeah, today is Back to the
Destination
Future
time.
Day. So yeah, if you guys are into that. So I just thought that'd be good for Johnny since he's kind of a nerd on that stuff.
Didn't even catch that until now, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, 2015. So
Wow. So
yeah,
like
remember
20.
we did a video on the new Friday the 13th coming?
Yo, why does it look like he went to Fresh and Fit? Like he watched like a bunch of like Fresh and Fit videos, Red Pill. He
Yeah,
like
he's here.
yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like he looks like he spots everyone at the gym.
Yeah. So guys, the highly anticipated Friday the 13th it's a prequel to the series Crystal Lake has officially wrapped filming and they're getting ready to, get it. I'm not sure when the date is, but it's going to be coming out soon. So just wanted to throw it out there again in case you guys are kind of eyeballing that on when it's coming.
Um I'll probably I don't know. What is it gonna go streaming on ESPN or something?
I'm not sure.
I think it's gonna go streaming on ESPN like
Is
yo
that a joke? Oh,
yeah.
I was like, I'm not sure.
Oh man, no, like really no, like
Maybe he's gonna be in a commercial for Peloton with his mask on and like running
hell
on the
yeah,
treadmill,
no.
like I'm gonna get you guys. That's actually a great idea. Peloton should take that
Yeah,
idea.
hell yeah.
Actually,
I'm like,
like they
bro.
should actually do because you know how they do the videos where you can like work alongside the people or whatever. That'd be
what's
great.
those remember those gym magazines? Is he gonna be on the front cover? Yo, when this movie comes out, the whole PR for that is he has to be on
Wow.
all of that shit.
He's replacing what's his name? The Rock since The Rock got all skinny now.
Yeah, man, yo, so Jason's the new rock
Yeah.
now. Awesome.
So that's it for today. I just thought those were pretty funny ones.
Yeah. Those are pretty funny right there.
So guys, back into the video. We're gonna dive into the reboot trilogy, which is what they're calling it, but we know they're probably gonna make another one. So so chapter one came out in 2024. It was directed by Renny Harlin, and that person also did Die Hard 2 as well. It
Oh,
stars,
sweet.
yeah,
Oh, that's what's up.
Madeline Pesh and Foy Gutierrez. It was filmed in Slovakia for isolation aesthetic. So all three films were shot back to back, and it returned to realism and psychological dread. So we haven't watched that one. Can't really speak too much about it, but we're definitely going to check it
Yeah,
out.
but if they took that recipe and heightened it, I can only speculate that they did a fine job. They probably did not ruin it at all. It might have went pretty well. I have no idea, but I can only assume because I mean, come on now, if strangers knock at the door, don't answer it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And then chapter 2 came out just recently, guys, last month, September 2025. That one, the tone was more pursuit, less safety, and it expanded the world without breaking the mystery. So that's where that one went. Chapter 3 is going to start early 2026. It is
Really.
completed.
So it's completed.
Well, they
Back.
said they filmed them all back to back, so maybe the filming's done and they're editing it now. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
But the director's promise for this one is answers without comfort. So it's going to close the trilogy but leave fear open ended. So you really have to watch all three of those if you're going to even dive into it, I guess.
When you say all three of them, that's the chapter ones, right?
Yeah, the
Not
reboot, the series,
okay.
chapter
All right.
1,
I
2, and 3.
just want to make sure that the first two get those out of my head. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, now we're gonna talk about the first 2, actually. I just wanted to make sure we covered that because it is part of the franchise, but so, what are some things in the first 2 that you wonder, like, what were these people thinking or doing?
uh, well, again, I just want to say that if the chick didn't take your ring, bro, you don't drive back to your folks' house and just be like, "Oh yeah, let me just go chill."
Yeah,
Yeah, like that, like right off the back, like, bro, bitch, no, I'll drop you off at a hotel. You stay at a hotel. I'm gonna go meet up with this Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go hang out with him, have some beers, and night is still young in my book. Like that right there,
yeah, because she turned him down for the engagement and
right?
at the party or whatever that they were at.
So that right out the door could have just negated this whole situation. But no, he tried doing the noble thing. Well, then if you're gonna do a noble thing, then he actually had an opportunity. She actually wanted a pack of smokes. She smoked the last pack of
And
cigarettes or
this is after,
whatever.
by the way, they're in the middle of nowhere and the girl knocks the door. So then she's like, "Oh, I'm out of cigarettes." And he's like, "Oh, well, I can go to the store. It's like 40 minutes away or something."
Right. And at that
So first of all, duh.
and at that moment, if I got like away from town and I went to a place or whatever, Um, I would have told him like, "Hey man, there's a crazed woman at my door asking for some Tamara. I
I thought
don't
you were
know
gonna say
this,
asking for some tampons. I was like, "What?"
or some tampons. Say that too,
I was
dog.
like, "What?"
See, it sounds even more crazier because they're just like, oh yeah, we definitely got to go investigate this.
Right.
So, yeah, so that right there would have again, if that was me and Shay in that predicament. And Shay just happened to be smoking cigarettes out of the blue. She don't even smoke cigarettes, but out of the blue, she was like, "Oh, John," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that." And then at the same time, I'm gonna go investigate why this girl's coming to our house at 2 in the morning and asking for some tampons.
Well, first of all, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, I would have never sent him somewhere if random girls out there. And there's no, first of all, there was no car or anything where you could see it. So she obviously walked from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, if somebody's knocking on the door at nighttime, I wouldn't have been like, "Hey, can you go to the store and get me some Skittles?" No, like I could wait on that or
No, see, look,
whatever.
not see, look, see, she wants those cigarettes and Skittles too now.
No,
Look
I
at
it
that.
was cigarettes. I'm just saying if I did want something, I would have like,
Oh,
I could
okay.
wait till tomorrow, okay? Like just stay here in case this crazy girl comes back. But yeah, that was stupid. And then when he did get back, we don't have to tell everything, guys, but when he did get back, there's multiple times where one or both of them left the house for one reason or another. And it's just like at one point she's just sitting on the porch waiting for him to come back. And I'm like, there's crazy people running around out here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I again, I I try to understand, but then again, I'm not white, so I can't. So it's really hard for me. I cannot.
And then at points she's like, "I'm gonna go investigate and see where he's at." And then Johnny's like, there goes white people always have to go investigate something.
I myself would have been like, I'm getting fuck out of here, dude. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. I'll
Yeah, like when
just,
he came back and, she said, "Okay, this creepy girl is still lingering." They should have immediately like just gotten in the car and left.
how about this? Homeboy said, "Oh man, my phone. Let's just say I'm gonna say my phone's in the car. The car is damaged
Yeah, like they broke the windshield off.
completely. No, and the wheels are flat. So it's like,
But yeah.
why? Like, and then no, and then remember, they both looked out the window, and he saw what she saw, and she saw what he
And they're
saw.
still like, "Oh, let's go check
Yeah, and then
it."
he's like, no, no. He's like, no, I'm gonna go out there. I was like, for what? Whatever's out there is done.
Yeah.
Forget about it. This home is your home now. There's no way you're leaving.
Yeah. There's just
So,
so many dumb things where we were both just like, "What are they doing?"
oh, and then what about when homeboy the friend showed up?
Yeah. Then they have like a record playing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The creeps put a record on, so it was really loud and trying to, I don't know, torture them or something because they were hiding. And then the friend comes to stop by, like was the plan.
Right, right.
and,
because
sees all the cars crash or, the car crash in the driveway, sees the weird creepy truck and all this other stuff going on. The
yep.
doors open, and
Hmm.
then just leaves the record playing at full blast and just walks around in the house and looking for them. It's like, duh,
Yeah,
you're an idiot.
and then on top of that, a old boy and a girl sitting with a shotgun at the door,
Yeah.
camping. The Anybody that's played Call of Duty, the top camper of camping is camping at this moment in time. Homeboy, his friend shows up at that door and boom, became unalive
Yep.
right there. Like I'm like, dude, first off, he didn't turn no music off, like Shay said,
Yeah, he
and
should have
didn't
turned
even
it off and then said, "Hey, guys,
and
I'm
then
here
said,
for
"Hey
you."
guys, hey, what's up?" or whatever. But no, didn't do none of that.
Yeah, just walked around in the house. Oh, doo-doo-doo. Oh, everything's busted in, but let's go see what's happening.
Yeah,
Like, he kinda deserved it. It was just dumb. But
yeah. So
anyways, we're not gonna tell you what happens at the end. Go check it out, guys. It's crazy. What would you rate that one on?
I myself personally, Shay, would rate that a strong 4.
Out of 5? Yeah. I don't
Uh,
rate him anymore, guys. I'm just gonna let him do it.
no, it's just the reason why I rated it like that is it's just I like the concept, but on top of it, it's a great idea. I did like how Homegirl said in part 2, um, she was asking like, "Why are you doing it?" And then it's just and Homegirl said, "Because why not?"
Yeah, because 'cause you're home.
No, 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 I'm talking about the end of
Oh,
part
yeah, part 2, they
in
said,
part
"Yeah,
2,
why
yeah.
not?"
And she said like,
Because
"Why
why?
not?"
Yeah.
And I
So,
think,
part 2, what are some dumb stuff that they did?
um, well, first things first, if your uncle or person that you're probably trying to meet up, and you call them and you're running late and they don't answer, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, well, we tried, we're not going." And then I would say, "Hey, man, have you seen The Strangers Pray at Night?" "Oh,
Yes.
okay, because if not, man, that could have been you, Aunt Lou and Aunt May." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was times where, like, the little rebellious daughter just, like, went outside by herself at nighttime, and they're in the middle of nowhere too. It's like,
And then I just loved how, the mom of the year smoking a cigarette with her underage daughter. That was really cool.
yeah, but the people in the second one, the mom was the lady off Good Girls,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then the dad was, the guy off Virgin River. So that's where I recognize them from. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I recognize
Yeah.
that." What would you rate the second one?
The second one, I'll still rate it about a 4 too. They were both good. They had their flaws, but what I did like about the second one was the music.
Yeah,
I thought James Gunn was the score taker on that one because usually when it comes to him, behind movies and stuff, he does have great taste in music. So,
right.
um,
And then just wanted to mention the budget for the second one. It was, 5,000,000 and they made 32,000,000. So they didn't make as much as the first one, but they did pretty well. And then for the trilogy series so far, for chapter 1, the budget was 9,000,000 and they made 48,000,000. And then chapter 2, the budget was 9,000,000 and they made 18,000,000. And obviously 2026's chapter 3 hasn't been put out yet, so I don't know what that one is, but so far this franchise is they're over, like 175,000,000, so they're doing pretty good.
yeah, no, they're definitely doing well. I just hope they keep it going to a point and then stop it, and then
Yeah. Well, they
or
said the trilogy is gonna close it, but leave it open-ended, so I don't know what that means. We'll have to see.
no, what that means is pretty much that, um, again, if they take some time off, release one, take some time off, and then release one, then yeah, that's the proper way of doing it.
Yeah,
But like you said, if they filmed all of those all in one, then yeah, might as well you can release them out each release one out each year.
yeah.
So, but again, I hope it does close it out. I mean,
So that takes us to stranger danger versus reality, guys. So some of the, I guess, the statistics behind, if this is likely or not. We wanted to share that. So, 70 to 80% of violent crimes are actually committed by someone that you know, whether it's like a coworker, a family member, a neighbor, somebody that you actually have talked to in real life and dealt with. So, only 20 to 25% of crimes are stranger related. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. That's crazy.
And then 75% of unalives are acquaintances or partners.
Damn.
Burglaries are mostly in empty homes, usually not with people home because they're trying to like obviously steal stuff. And then the
Hmm.
reason why this is kind of freaky for everyone is because our brain is wired to fear unpredictability. So we don't like not knowing what's going to happen. So, um,
That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
random danger activates ancient survival instincts. So, kind of like, you're fighting a woolly mammoth or something.
Damn. Find this woolly mammoth over here.
And then the stranger exploits that neurological panic perfectly. So even though it's a small percentage that this could probably happen to any of us, it leaves open, we always want to know why. So I think that's the hard thing people can't wrestle with is, you're waiting for like the motive, like why is this happening? Why are you doing this? And there isn't one. So that's why it's screwed up.
Damn.
And then the psychology of fear with no motive. So humans need a reason, like I mentioned. If not, it creates chaos that creates panic. And motiveless violence is maximum terror, basically. Like it's the place where nobody wants to be. Even, if you guys even watch true crime or any of that other stuff, it always is like, you have to have a motive. What's the motive? What's the motive? There has to be a motive. And then the masks
Facts.
erase their identity and it helps to remove empathy. That is true.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to talk about it at the end, but we went to a haunted house last weekend. And one of the scariest guy that was there had the mask on that this main guy had.
Yeah.
That was the only one where I was like, get away from me. The other ones, I was kind of like, okay, I can do it. And then for the psychology over fear part, with no backstory, it leaves a blank canvas for you to kind of like project and make up your own story. So I guess that's also kind of part of the psychology of this movie.
Damn.
And
That's what's
then
up.
because you were home, like we talked about, leaves fear with no explanation, so no motive. And then the horror of normal spaces turn hostile. So, you know, your own home. I mean, we all feel like we're safe in our homes, but we're really not. If somebody wants to come in, they probably could.
Yep.
Um, but,
Bam.
obviously we hope it doesn't
Get
happen.
down on the ground.
Yeah. And then the unknown feels inescapable. So, kind of like that whole fear there. But as far as the rest of it, did you wanna jump into Johnson moments now?
Yeah, man. Just dropping like 5 little factoids about the 2008 The Strangers. It's inspired by real events, loosely inspired real life series of home invasions that occurred near Brian, his childhood home growing up. And also, like you said, the Manson family. In this film, minimum dialogue. The movie features little talking, which is always good, always heightens the sense, like you said, and tension. The film was filmed in one location, South Carolina, which that's makes sense. Like you said, isolated area with a nice little area. Uh, I'll be
Low budget then.
look very low budget
Yeah.
over there. Mass villain mystery. Three masked attackers are never given names, motives, and film, just like you said. The only names that they got for these masks was Man in the Mask, Dollface, and Pinnacle, like I said earlier.
Mhm.
And then 5, there's an alternate ending that exists. Some versions hint that Liv Tyler is still alive, while the other imply that she doesn't survive. So, depending, guys, if you have it on DVD or if you bought it digitally or anything like that, and they have that feature, depending on which one you saw, it is what it is.
That's why we
So,
said we're gonna leave it up to you if you guys wanna watch it.
right.
Because we don't wanna wreck it, because it might not even be with the one version that you're gonna watch.
And then we're gonna move over to a little Shay and Johnny. I'm gonna probably start it off on this one. I will say, like, number one, the '80s soundtrack vibe. very great.
This is for the second one, right?
Yeah, for the second one. Sorry, it's For the Strangers Pray at Night. I just want to say the 80s soundtrack was great. It was like a 1980s pop music, which, like you said earlier, I thought it gave it more feeling, especially at the part where the flamed truck run there, that ballad
Mhm.
right there. That's a great song.
I think it did help because the first movie is a little slow in parts, and I think it's because it's so quiet and there's no real, like, background with
Right,
it going.
like I said in my Johnson moments, minimum dialogue,
Yeah.
it did heighten the whole thrill of it. So
I get the point, but sometimes, you're like, "Okay, let's get to it," you know?
right.
Like, come on.
I think that's why he didn't direct it, but he was still by the director and stuff. So I think that gave him at least a taste of when you put a little bit of music or
Yeah.
little vibe to it,
Mm.
it actually does set a mood. So um I guess you're next on the next one.
Yeah, and then the pool scene on number 2 is iconic. So it was a neon lit pool fight scene, essentially, and it was set to Total Eclipse of the Heart, so obviously the '80s soundtrack
Right.
type thing. It became one of the most talked about horror scenes of the decade, and it was filmed over several nights, and they also used practical lighting for the glowing look, so no CGI, like, it was odd. It was just literally, real fight scene.
Right. Number three was a different director, new style. The Strangers Pray at Night was directed by Joanne Roberts, uh, who wanted to give it a John Carpenter inspired 1980s slasher aesthetic, which is still great. Again,
Yeah, like,
the
more action instead of, like, the first one where it's kinda, like, more dry.
right.
Yeah.
So
I think they accomplished that.
I thought they did a very phenomenal good job on that one.
And then, number 4, it was loosely based on the first film's Unalivers, so the same 3 masked Unalivers return in this movie, but the film never really clarifies whether it's a sequel or a standalone story, keeping the mystery alive, so
Right. And I mean, come on now. That's I would rather it keep it like that. Um,
yeah,
but the fifth and last one is it was filmed all in Kentucky. Kentucky.
yeah.
I mean, geez, who would have thunk it? I mean, it's a great isolated little town. Very
Yeah, it was a trailer park,
yeah. So I
which made it
can't.
even, like, creepier because it was, like, 1970s, I feel like it.
No, because yeah, when you walked into those trailers, yeah, it did
Yeah,
feel like you were walking to like 1970s.
yeah. But yeah, some little fun facts for you about both sets of movies there, guys. And obviously, we're not going to dive on fun facts on the series because we still need to watch it. So, if you guys watch that one and you have anything to add, go ahead and throw it in the comments for everybody.
Hell yeah,
Um,
throw that shit in there because I'm definitely gonna read it.
yeah, we're definitely going to watch those too. We just, we have limited time to kind of prepare and do everything we have to do with working full time and a baby and all that other stuff. So, we just didn't get to it, but we'll get to it. Maybe we'll make a follow up one.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a follow up one.
And that takes us to bonus content. So, the power of the mask, guys. And I can say after going to the haunted house and seeing the mask that guy had on, it does matter what type of masks you wear. So, masks have power. They don't just hide the face, they actually erase it. So, in The Strangers, they turn ordinary people into symbols of chaos. Each mask carries its own meaning. So, the whole meaning behind the doll face mask was innocence, basically corrupted innocence. Because you think of a doll, you think of like, happy and um, you know, a little girl or whatever. And obviously, it's not a very happy little girl underneath that mask.
Yeah, she is not.
A little
She
devilish girl.
yes, most definitely.
And then the pinup girl mask was basically the whole point of that one was to show that beauty can be weaponized. So that was kind of the hidden meaning
So
behind it.
pretty much sex sells.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the man in the mask was, essentially a faceless authority and control figure. So, he was kinda like the whole brains
The
behind the
father.
operation.
He was a father
Yeah.
figure, pretty much.
Because even after at the end of the first one, one of the girls got out and was talking to some kids, and then she got back in, and he
Maybe
said
some Mormons.
well, it didn't say they were Mormons,
Oh,
it
okay,
said
okay.
Christians. It
Allegedly,
said
some
Christians,
Mormons.
but he said, the man in the mask said to her, "Well, it'll get easier."
Yeah,
meaning like she had a rough time with the first one, you know, but oh, the other 2 probably have already done this before.
Yeah. I
So
mean, what can you say? What I will say is the cast for the Unalivers from the first one and the second one are two different casts
Yep.
that they did, which is really great. Because you really can't say that, "Oh, was that the same?" No, you don't know, but
Well, I mean, the people in
that's
the mask, you can't see them at all, really. I mean, like you said, the one girl, you kinda barely see her, but other than that, you don't really see them at all.
yeah, you don't
Oh,
see them
actually,
out.
in the first movie, they do take their masks off,
Yep,
but
and
they don't in the second movie.
no,
I don't think.
the second one, what's his name? The people that killed those, or alleged or unalive them, they will, open up and see their mask. Like,
Yeah,
the girl saw the other guy's mask and saw his face, or saw the girl's face.
right.
So, I mean, I thought that was really cool. Different actors for the, for being the, unalivers.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
And then director Brian Bertino said, "I didn't want you to know who they were. I wanted you to see yourself in them." So the masked people. And that's what makes the franchise timeless. It forces us to face the idea that evil isn't always out there. Sometimes it's in us. So that was his whole kind of like hidden behind the scenes of the power of the mask. So hopefully you guys like that little section. And
Yeah.
that does take us, like I was mentioning, to the haunted house. So last weekend we took James to a haunted house here in Florida.
Mhm.
So I'm going to throw those pictures in here because I was supposed to do it on the last 2 videos, but
Yeah.
I kept forgetting.
No, that's cool.
And so that we'll share those with you guys. And then outside of that, did you have anything else?
Oh, no, I mean, other than, I can't wait to watch the other 2 to do a follow-up video on this one, but, we just wanted to say that don't answer the door, man. Let your ring handle that. That's
Yeah.
all I say. Don't, and then, if nobody doesn't call or text you, don't answer that door.
And also, if you live out in the middle of nowhere and somebody's knocking on the door, it's not for a good reason.
And then if you're living if you're living out there by yourself, always have a gun. They could be a crazed son of a gun out there.
Yeah.
So,
So, guys, fear doesn't live in monsters or ghosts, it lives in the unknown. So, the strangers remind us that horror doesn't always need a reason. Sometimes it just shows up at the door because the scariest part isn't who knocks, it's realizing that you might answer, but just don't.
don't ever answer. Do not.
And that's it for the video, guys. Peace
Peace
out. See
out,
you on the
guys.
next one.
See you next one.